Welcome to the Life Chaplain, where we encourage, enlighten, and inspire. Thank you for joining.
Hey, thanks for checking out another Life Chaplain video where we encourage, enlighten, and inspire in 3 minutes or less. Today we're going to use an illustration using this little ping pong ball. Now, when you look at this ball, this looks pretty unremarkable. It's just a white, small, hollow ball that's used to bounce and play a game with. But today we're going to use this ball as an example of our lives. What happens if I were to press on one part of it and create a dent? Now, when you look at this, automatically you assume that you can't use this ball because it has a dent in it. However, when I was younger, we would take dents like this and work it out by going around the sides of it to see if we could put it back in its original form. But there's something funny though, is this: if you put a second dent in it, all of a sudden now you've got a ball that isn't going to react the way that it should. The reason I say that this ball to me represents our lives is that this dent could represent something like divorce, something that you didn't expect to happen, but it was big enough to put a dent into your life. And then you turn around and you've got another divorce. Maybe this one people can't see because it was behind the other one. And maybe you've got something like a self-esteem or something that you've dealt with for a long time. And then in the midst of it, what if you had a child to come up and get hurt in an accident, or maybe come up with some type of chronic disease or illness or something like that? And then if you're running a business, what if the business starts to tank? This business starts going down and you're on the verge of bankruptcy. Or maybe after that, you endure like a natural disaster like we did down here in Florida last month. And over time, what happens is that if we don't actually deal with the different dents in our life, this ball takes on a lot of different shapes and forms and looks actually more like a golf ball with a bunch of dents all the way around it. Friends, this is what happens over time when we don't deal with it. We are really a sum of our dents. Do you work around somebody or maybe live with somebody that really you wonder why they act the way that they do and they lash out and they respond in irrational ways? A lot of times that's because people have dealt with things and they're bruised and they're dented, but they've never really dealt with it. And so the first thing you see when you see them is the reaction to those dents, the reaction to those actual experiences in their lives. And so they're not able to function in the design in the way that the creator, the designer made them. So what we want to do is make sure that we work through issues so that our life isn't a sum of this, because the reality is that this ball is no longer useful for the purpose in which it was created. You can't do anything with this. This ball is useless. Might as well throw it away. But if we can work those dents out, that even when another dent comes, it doesn't make us useful. And definitely we don't feel like we're useless. So we want to be less like this ball, which is just the sum of all the different dents that are permanently put into this ball for everyone to see. And we want to be more like this other example of this blue ball here. Now, when you look at this ball is able to take a dent no matter how big it is. And when you take that pressure off of it, the ball comes back into its original form. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that it's just that easy, that you take the pressure off and it goes back. These are things that takes months and years of time to be able to go and to work on. But the more we can learn that life is a summation of the different things that happens, but the way that we react to it, and that we still can bounce back from those things from happening, the happier that we will be. So let's try to be more like this ball here and less like this ball here with all of the different deformities that have happened. I hope this has blessed you today. That's my time. Don't forget to share this with a friend. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop new content. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This has been The Word in 3. We'll see you next week.